Hey everybody, it's Michael from Replica Airguns with another indoor tabletop video review. Today we're looking at the Steambow AR-6 Stinger 2 Tactical Crossbow, and this is a Recurve Crossbow system that is available in our Canada Replica Airgun store at this time. Now I have done a comparison preview kind of unboxing video where I compare it to the Steambow AR Series M10 Tactical Crossbow, and I go into the differences and specifications and all that, and I kind of show you both this product and the other product I just mentioned. A little further back, I'm sitting there in my chair showing off both items, so you can see them from a little bit better distance. It's hard to get further away here with my camera setup. This is more a close-up video, getting into the product a little bit closer for you, because the other video is more further out, like I was saying. But this video, I'm going to spend most of my time talking about the AR-6 Stinger 2 Tactical Crossbow, obviously. Again, if you want to know a little bit more about the M10, then check out that preview unboxing video. All right, let's get right into the specifications. This is a crossbow recurve system with a draw weight of 55 pounds. That gives you about 180 FPS with approximately 10 foot-pounds of energy, and that's using the 142 grain 6 aluminum bolts that it comes with. Now this gun does weigh in around 2.6 pounds, so it's fairly light. It has a total length of 22 inches when the stock is in the forward position and 24.7 inches when it's on that fifth outer position. The width is 17.5 inches from tip to tip, so when you go from bow to bow side, it's 17.5 inches. And it does have an internal magazine system that holds 6 rounds, so you basically load it up. There's no external magazine to speak of. I did see a speed loader system that's more like a clip that you would place the 6 arrows or bolts in, and then that goes into the internal magazine. I did see that in one of their videos, but it didn't come in the box, so you might have to buy that separately. Now with the preloaded 6 bolts in there, it is an auto-loading system, which all you're going to have to do is essentially push this button down here, and then you break the bolt. It's kind of like a break barrel air rifle, but instead of the barrel being broken open, you break the rear portion here and you cock it this way. I didn't really show that on the M10, so I'm going to show it on this video a little bit better. So as you pull this back, the bow or the string is going to get lodged in this little groove here, and then the trigger releases it, okay? So you put this end up on your shoulder, you kind of lock it into your shoulder, and then you just pull down and towards your body here. And it's, you know, it takes a little bit of effort, but you get better at it as you do it, and you can do it pretty quickly once you get used to it. Now that trigger is a single action only trigger, and this product is made mainly out of polymer or plastic. It does have some fiberglass in the bow, I would imagine, and some metal on it and in it, right? So the buffer tube is metal. It uses an AR compatible rear stock, and it does come with a tool, which is nice in the box to tighten that up. This one doesn't have a sling mount on the receiver portion, but it does have a sling mount on the rear stock. So you can put a sling on here. It's ready to go. And on this version, you have a mid-mounted, basically fiber optic sight. So it's a little different. There's no rear sight. This looks like it would be the sight, but this is actually how you open up the magazine. So you basically kind of have to eyeball the fiber optic sight. There's no way to put it between any grooves or peeps on the rear. It is mid-mounted for that reason, I imagine. I'd probably recommend some sort of a red dot system on here instead. That would probably work a little bit better. By the way, you do have a Picatinny rail, top and bottom. For accessories, you can see here we have the standard foregrip on here that it comes with, right? You could put a red dot or whatever you want on the top there, maybe a laser. That might work well too. Again, you do have this AR compatible rear stock. It's a fairly standard AR stock, right? It's 5 position, so it works pretty well. Got a fair bit of length. You can pull it out. I'll just show you, right? So not too bad, enough essentially to get the job done. And this product is distributed by Steamboat GmbH Austria. Now it's not a replica of any pistols or rifles. It is made for target shooting, potentially hunting small game. And by the way, you can actually get a 90-pound bow for this. And I imagine you could put that same 90-pound bow in the M10 as well to get a higher FPS and more foot-pounds of energy. Now, it does come in a cardboard box, which I'm not going to be able to show you in this video. It just won't be able to get it on screen here very easily. I do show that in the preview unboxing video. I show the boxes, so you can see that in that video if you're interested in seeing what the box looks like. It does come with 6 arrows. They would be packaged normally, but the package kind of opened up on me. It does, again, come with your AR rear stock adjustment tool. Tighten that up. It comes with an extra string, okay? it comes with this stringer tool. So this essentially, you would put it right here, okay, like that. And then you put it on the other side, and then you'd pull it back, tighten it up, which allows you to put the string on it. Now that string, when you're putting it through here, you got to make sure that it goes through it this way. If you put it over top, you're not going to get this off. So this has to go through. So it would be something like this, just to give you an idea. That would go there, right, in the first groove. This would go through here, right, like that, and then it would go there. And that allows you to take this off and leave the string on, okay? So hopefully that makes more sense. I've made that mistake a few times not doing it right. You also get an Allen key for adjusting the hardware because you're going to have to put this together. You're going to have to put a few screws in it right here, right here. You're going to have to put the pistol grip on. You're going to have to attach the rear stock as well. It's all pretty easy to do though. Lastly, you're going to get a manual. Okay, this is a fairly decent manual, but it is in a couple different languages, so it is a little thicker. But it's got all the information you need to get yourself started, get everything going, get this put together, learn how to work the mechanisms and everything. Okay, so anyways, that's that. Let's do a quick walk around because I want to show you this product up a little closer than that preview unboxing video where I really couldn't get in close as easily. So we'll show you around. So this, essentially you pull this back and it opens up and you have access to putting your arrows in, right? So you put your 6 arrows in there, close it up, and you're ready to go. Now you can essentially just work the action, right? And shoot 6 rounds before having to reload it again. So that's pretty good. 6 rounds is probably enough for most situations, just some target shooting, or if you are shooting pest, doing some pest control or whatever, you know, and you wing it, or, you know, you just want to make sure you get the job done. Don't leave the rodent in any form of misery. You want to put a second shot into it and put it out of its misery humanely. Then you might want a few more shots for that without having to take extra time reloading. Okay, so there's your branding. Okay, there is no safety on this one that I could find, right? Not like the M10, which would be back here. Here's your rear stock again, just a standard AR stock that attaches similar to a buffer tube setup. There is no butt stock on here. It's just got this sort of textured area, which helps you keep it locked into your shoulder. You do have a sling mount here. Okay, there is your fiber optic rear sight. Now you just have to kind of look down it. There's no rear sight to line it up with, so do your best, obviously. It takes a little practice, I'm sure, to get that figured out. You've got your Picatinny rail on the top. You got your Picatinny rail on the bottom with your foregrip. It's just a basic standard foregrip. It's not anything exciting, but it does work fine. Let's take a look at the other side. Okay, basically all the same stuff, different side, right? There's your pistol grip. It's nice. I mean, everything about these guns is pretty nice. There's a lot of plastic, including the trigger, but it doesn't, you know, it just basically pushes that up and makes the string go up into the groove there and launch the bolts, right? Pretty straightforward. So I think that pretty much does it for showing you around this gun. I'm not going to compare it to anything else because I did do that preview video with the M10 and I talk about some of the pros and cons and differences between the two and get into more of a side-by-side comparison. So you can check that video out again. Again, I will be making a field test shooting video, so we will check out the performance. We'll see if it gets anywhere near that 10 foot-pounds of energy, 180 feet per second rating that it claims with the 55-pound bow. Let's get right into the pros and cons and finish up this review. It is a lightweight and compact product. Definitely notice it's a lot lighter than the M10, almost 1.5 pounds. Yet it still has more power than your traditional air gun, and it's nice and quiet like an air gun, maybe even quieter to shoot. So you can use it discreetly just about anywhere, potentially in a basement with a good backstop or backyard, as long as you're not in a place where those arrows could get away from you and, you know, go somewhere you don't want them to go. I like the auto-loading system for quick follow-up shots. I've seen some videos of them unloading this gun fairly quickly. It only takes a matter of seconds to unload the 6 rounds quickly into a target with their system that they have there. And it's fairly easy draw, the bow using the stock for leverage and using that foregrip to pull it into you. It's not that difficult to do. I like that it has a top and bottom Picatinny rail for mounting options like a red dot. And of course, you can see here we have the foregrip on there. It does come with a pre-mounted fiber optic mid sight. I think that's going to take a little bit of time to get used to, but I'm sure once you get used to it, you could use it fairly effectively. So you don't need another sighting system once you get used to that one. It does have that internal magazine that holds 6 bolts. So you've got lots of follow-up backup shots without having to reload it manually. And that 180 feet per second, 10 foot-pounds of energy, again, is going to be a lot higher than what you'd find with an air gun. So if you're looking for more power, this might do the trick for you. It's nice that you get an included foregrip and, of course, a nice AR 5-position rear stock. All right, a few cons. It is fairly expensive. Even this more simplified version over the M10 is still fairly expensive, but it's definitely cheaper than the M10. The sights are not adjustable, and that mid sight is a little bit different since there's no rear sight portion, so it's going to take some getting used to get this guy to shoot on the target the way you want it to. And you will need a good backstop, or you could potentially lose bolts along the way. And there is some initial setup time putting this together. You do have to string it. You got to put the bow in there. You got to put the rear stock on. You got to put the foregrip on. You got to put that top receiver portion on the bottom part of the receiver. So there's a bit of setup involved. All right, again, thanks for watching another Replica Airguns video. Don't forget to check out the links in the description to buy this online. If you're interested in other products, air guns, BB guns, airsoft guns, pellet guns, blank guns, and other accessories, then check out replicaairguns.ca for our Canada online store and replicaairguns.us for our US Replica Airgun store. All right, thanks for watching. Don't forget to subscribe. Check us out on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. And check us out over on replicaairguns.com, where we have the blog where I post additional pictures and a written review for the video reviews I make here on the channel. All right, thanks again. Until next time, take care.